What's poppin', my Pokemon trainer friends and family all over the world? Welcome back to another Pokemon adventure. So yeah, guys, I just left school right now. I'm at a class and I wanted to do something special. I'm recording with my phone right now, so I do apologize about the sound quality if it doesn't sound as good, you know. So yeah, I wanted to do something special with this video today. It is my 100th video, but not just that. It's also getting close to my 1 year anniversary of when I started my channel. So you know what, I decided let's just go all out. Let's make one video being my 100th video, but also being my 1 year anniversary for the channel. And I just want to thank the subscribers that I have. I'm not a huge channel. It has been a year. I'm still, you know, just a small channel, and that's fine. You know, we have time to grow. We got time. And initially I was gonna have some different battles, and I guess I'll upload those battles tomorrow. I was gonna upload it today, but then I thought, you know what, this is my 100th video. Let me do something special for it. Let me first thank my subscribers and even my future subscribers. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do so. I upload, you know, Pokemon battles, but that's actually not the only thing I upload. I upload anything Pokemon related. I mean, my very first video was an unboxing video. I was unboxing some Pokemon plushes, so anything Pokemon related, I do it on this channel. I decided to use a team of between Froslass and Dedenne because I love Froslass, and also Dedenne is a Pokemon that I grew to love because of Pokemon Go. Like, if it wasn't for Pokemon Go, I never liked Dedenne, you know? Like, Dedenne never drew my attention when it came to the main series games or the anime, like anything. I wasn't drawn to Dedenne. It wasn't until Pokemon Go. And, you know, of course, if you've been following me, you guys know that. If you guys seen my Ember Cup battles, Dedenne became my MVP, so I started loving Dedenne since then. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna head home. It is freezing out here. It's cold. I'm gonna hightail it home, and I hope you guys enjoy these battles. Cheer! Alrighty, my fellow trainers, let's hop into this first battle right here. Now, this battle is a bonus battle. I did this set right here because I wanted to practice a little bit with Gardevoir. I haven't used Gardevoir with Magical Leaf or Triple Axle, and so I decided to, you know, make a team first without Froslass or Dedenne, and just to see how Gardevoir was gonna perform. And I did like it. I like Gardevoir with this moveset. I feel like Magical Leaf just needs a little bit more. Like, Magical Leaf's pretty good, but I feel like it needs to maybe charge energy, maybe just a little bit faster. You know, because the Pokemon that have access to Magical Leaf are not very bulky. They're all pretty squishy, you know, Gardevoir, Celebi, Blossom, Roserade. So they need that extra, like, little push, I think. I think maybe just charge up energy a little, because I feel like the damage output is pretty good. I think it just needs to charge energy just a little bit faster. So yeah, they bring in an Arbok, which is a spicy pick. I like Arbok. You know, Arbok, I feel, needs some new moves. I think if it had a better charge move, maybe it would, you know, it would help it out. But, you know, hopefully in the future, Arbok gets a nice little buff. And then I bring in the Flapjack Bear Trap and we take out the Pillow Swine. GG's, homie. Well played. And so right here, yeah, this is the set. I went 4-1. We got 4 wins, 1 loss with that Gardevoir team. So this team right here, this is the one I am going to be using Froslass, Dedenne throughout the entire video, because these are the Pokemon that I gained a newfound love for them because of Pokemon Go, right? I always liked Froslass. I always thought Froslass was pretty cool, but I love Froslass now because of Pokemon Go, like, even more. Like, she's my main, you know. Dedenne is also, and that's because of Pokemon Go. I've never actually ran them on the same team, I don't think, because they're both kind of squishy. They're not very bulky. I mean, I think Dedenne is a little bit more bulkier than Froslass, but they're lacking bulk. Now, this entire team that I'm running is lacking bulk. They hit hard. Dedenne might be the bulkiest one out of Froslass and Gardevoir, but they hit pretty hard. Like, they're gonna take some shields. Now here I am gonna let Froslass go down, and then I'm gonna bring in the Gardevoir because Gardevoir does have access to Triple Axle, which is actually a pretty good charge move. I do like it. And Froslass, I think, is actually going to get access to Triple Axle next season. So that's going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to build another Froslass. I have a shiny that I think I'm going to build and maybe run Triple Axle on that one, because I still feel Avalanche is a good, it's a good charge move. And it it's a Scythe Strike clone. So it charges up decently and it hits like a truck. And then Dedenne is also going to get access to Parabolic Charge next season. And speaking of Dedenne, I bring him in right here up against the grass type. Now we can tank a Frenzy Plant, bang. And we do get to the discharge, and this little Dedenne is going to charge up this Kamehameha, bang. Oh no, Final Flash. And we take out the grass type. GG's, homie, well played. Alrighty, jumping into this next battle right here. We catch a not so good lead, but if any of my Pokemon had to catch the Flapjack Bear Trap, it would be Froslass. I do feel Froslass puts up a better fight up against this annoying Pokemon because of the Avalanche. And so we do take a shield, and I am going to match shields here because I do feel like we can get to an Avalanche, or do I go Shadow Ball? I think I go Shadow Ball. No, yeah, I go Avalanche. I think that's the play. Avalanche, I mean, both moves are not, they're going to do about the same against the Flapjack Bear Trap because it's bulky. So we do get to another Avalanche. I think my opponent got greedy there. And no, I think we CMP tied. Yeah, we CMP tied. And so they're going to use up their energy, which is good. And then I can bring in Gardevoir and attempt to farm it down. But that pesky Stunfisk gets to a freaking Rock Slide. And I got to let it go because I don't want to use my shield just yet. I want to save the shield to see what they have in the back. And it's a Jirachi. They're running a double steel team. And this is just no bueno for Chuck. This is no good for us because, I mean, whatever they have in the back is gonna, yep, there it is. Oh, and it's a fairy type. So they're running a double steel plus a fairy line, which is pretty cool. I like that. I like that little choice because they do got the Jirachi to counter the poisons with the confusion. That team would be kind of weak against fire, but I guess that's why they also had the Stunfisk, to try and catch fire types on the lead. But in my case, the algorithm gave them a ice type lead. So, what are you gonna do? So we're gonna try to play this out to the best of our ability. And we bring in the Gardevoir, but they get to the charge move and we get taken out. But look how close the battle was, just a sliver of health. And we even got the magical leaf off, but it didn't register. GG's, homie, well played. And jumping into this next battle right here, we catch a pretty positive lead up against the Vigoroth. Now, Vigoroth is also going to have access to Rock Slide next season. That's right. Rock Slide. Now, Vigoroth is going to be I can't even speak. Like, I'm speechless. That's crazy because Vigoroth is already pretty good. Giving it access to Rock Slide is going to make it even that much better. I don't care what anybody says. Bulldoze is not a great move, and that's what Vigoroth has. But what Vigoroth has going for it is the counter and the body slam. And of course, its stats. But giving it access to Rock Slide was just a crazy, like, who even thought of giving Vigoroth Rock Slide? Like, shout out to you. It's a good thing. That's a good thing because giving Vigoroth access to Rock Slide, like it's probably going to put up a better fight up against Froslass. Because if you see, we were able to take out the Vigoroth with Froslass. Giving it access to Rock Slide is definitely going to take more shields in that matchup. If I ever come across a Vigoroth while I'm running Froslass, it's gonna do some damage. So now they go here. Now I was fearing the Flash Cannon, but they do go for the Sky Attack. And we are going to go for this discharge with Dedenne, this Final Flash. Bang, we take it out. Now, Dedenne, like I was saying earlier, Dedenne is going to get access to Parabolic Charge next season, which I don't know how to feel about that. I've been saying Dedenne needs more moves because right now, once you unlock the second charge move, like that's it. That's all Dedenne has, just 2 moves, 2 charge moves. Play Rough and Discharge. So I do like that they're giving Dedenne, some more love, but it needs more. Alrighty, jumping into this next battle right here, we catch a Mantine on the lead. So this is still pretty good for us because the charge moves that Mantine has access to aren't gonna threaten us that much. I think it has access to like Aerial Ace, Water Pulse, Bubble Beam, Ice Beam. So, I mean, Water Pulse would be the only move to be worried about, but nobody's really running Water Pulse on their Pokemon because Water Pulse just kind of sucks. And so they are running the Bubble Beam. And we do get to the Avalanche, so this is either going to take a shield or we might as well just take them out. Bang, we take them out, they let it go, and then they bring in a Swampert. So can we get to the Shadow Ball? We do. We actually CMP tie. Now I was thinking, should I shield up my Froslass or just let her go down? So I do let my baby girl Froslass go down because we have Magical Leaf Gardevoir in the back, and they have 2 Pokemon weak to Gardevoir or weak to Grass. So the Magical Leaf is just going to get ramped up with this triple axle. They do shield it. And at this point, I was like, this is Gardevoir's game right here. Like, Gardevoir is going to take us to victory. So I shield up the Earthquake, and I almost didn't. I almost let it go. But we shielded up, and then they back out. GG's, homie. Well played. I would have done the same thing, too. Well played. Alrighty, jumping into this next battle right here. We catch a Charizard on the lead. Now, what's the fast move? It looks like it's Wing Attack, so that's good for us. If it was Fire Spin, we would have to swap out. But none of my Pokemon are actually going to be good up against Charizard, except Dedenne. But if it had Fire Spin, it would have done more damage. But it is, since it's running Wing Attack, that's pretty good. Oh, and I think Fire Spin is getting a buff next season too, so that's something to look out for. You know, Fire Spin is already a pretty good fast move. Next season it's going to do more damage, so that's pretty good. Incinerate also is getting a buff, which is actually a good call because Incinerate charges up pretty good, but it takes very long. It's a three turn move, so giving it some extra oomph to it, I think was a good call. So right here, I am going to go for the Play Rough, hit him with that Kamehameha, and they actually let it go. Oh, I remember this battle. I remember this battle because I mess up. Guys, up against the Oinkaloni. I don't care. That's what I call it, Oinkaloni. I know it's called like Oinkalone or something. I don't know. Oinkaloni. They actually get the Body Slam off, and that was my mistake right there. Right there. I had the charge moves, but because I got greedy, I wanted to make sure I had enough energy for the Charizard. They were able to get a Body Slam off, and then a Wing Attack took us out. So that was just terrible. They go for the Blast Burn, bang, take us out with one hit, and that was my bad. That was my fault. GG's, homie. Well played. And then that is the end of that set. I think I go 3-2 in that set. So, all right, jumping into this next battle right here. We catch a Machamp on the lead, and they swap out. And then I bring in the Lopunny. I switched up my team a little bit. I decided to run Lopunny because I wanted to try out some other Pokemon too that did get access to like new moves this season. And I know the season's already ending, but like I said, I haven't been able to play as much Pokemon Go because of school. But now that school's starting to like, you know, end, we're getting to the end of the semester, and we're also coming to the end of the season of Pokemon Go or battling. So yeah, I decided to run Lopunny with Fire Punch and Triple Axle. Bang. We take out that Flapjack Bear Trap. Now here's the thing with Lopunny. Lopunny is actually pretty good. The thing is the fast move. The fast move on Lopunny, Double Kick, is not as great as we thought it was going to be. Because I remember when Double Kick came out and we were all trying it like, yeah, it's pretty good, like it's a new fighting type move. The thing with Double Kick is it doesn't charge energy fast enough. It has a similar problem to Magical Leaf, but I think Magical Leaf is a little bit better just because of the damage output. I think Double Kick doesn't hit as hard as Magical Leaf, but the energy gain on Double Kick isn't that great. I feel like if they wanted to make Double Kick sort of the opposite of counter, I think that would be a good call. Like having Double Kick not hit as hard but charge energy very fast. I think that's pretty good. But I think Double Kick needs a buff. It needs to charge energy maybe a little bit faster because it's right now as it is, it's not that great, and the Pokemon that have access to it are not that great. So here they have a Pelipper, and it's getting down to the wire. We get to another Avalanche because my opponent got greedy. They got greedy. They didn't think we would be able to... They were probably going to try to Wing Attack us down, but Froslass comes through clutch at the end. GG's, homie. Well played. Jumping into this next battle right here, we catch a Nidoqueen on the lead, and this is an amazing lead. Let's see how I'm gonna mess it up. So they are staying in, but there it is, there's a swap, and I swap in Lopunny. Now I did a couple of mistakes right here. I should have thrown the Avalanche. I should have thrown the Avalanche to weaken the Umbreon and then bring in Lopunny. Now I know you might be thinking, you should have brought in the Dedenne. Just wait until you see what kind of team build this is. And yeah, maybe I could have brought in the Dedenne, but it wouldn't matter because Dedenne needs to go up against the Pokemon they have in the back. I remember this battle. Now, I did bring in the Lopunny, and like I was saying earlier, Double Kick is not that great. Umbreon is just gonna out-bulk this bunny. All right. If Double Kick was a little bit, if it charged up a little faster, it'd be a little better. But I think to make this battle a little better, I should have thrown the Avalanche with Froslass. When they brought in the Umbreon, I should have thrown the Avalanche, weaken the Umbreon, and then bring in Lopunny, because now that Lopunny is out of the picture, like her health is low, she was taken out. Maybe if I had weakened the Umbreon, I would have came out with a little bit more health with Lopunny. Maybe I could have gotten a triple axle and then threatened the shields and then bring in the Froslass again. But yeah, as you see, they had a Machamp in the back, so Lopunny definitely did not want to go up against that thing. The Dedenne had to go up against Machamp. But that Nidoqueen just has so much energy, they're just going to take us out with a Poison Fang and then hit us with whatever charge move this is. I think they actually go for a Stone Edge. Yup, bang. They take us out. GG's, homie. Well played. And jumping into this next battle right here, we catch a pretty good lead up against the Buzzwole, because those counter damages are not doing effective damage, and Froslass just hits very hard. So I'm gonna let this go. We don't need to use a shield, that was just a little pup. And I'm gonna go for the Avalanche. This should be taking a shield or pretty much taking out the Buzzwole, because Froslass is not a joke. Like, Froslass is a glass cannon. She hits like a truck. But she's not too glassy. She's a lot bulkier than Haunter and Gengar, you know, that whole line. But, you know, she's still on the squishier side. I think Alola Marowak is like the peak ghost meta, just because it's bulky and it's got the ghost typing, you know, it's got good moves. But Froslass would be like a good second or third, you know, depending on the team build and whatnot. So we take out that Buzzwole and they bring in the Alolan Ninetales. And then I'm going to bring in the Lopunny because we got that Fire Punch. Now, I'm gonna let this go. We could tank a Weather Ball like nothing, and we get to the Fire Punch. My Lopunny is also a costume Lopunny. It has the little flower crown thing. So now they're gonna hit me with another Weather Ball. We're gonna let it go because Lopunny can tank that. And then I charge up just a little bit, and then I go for that Fire Punch. Hit him with that Kaioken. And then I'm going to immediately swap to whatever they had, and it was a Swampert. So it's going to be Dedenne up against the Swampert, but the good thing is we do have a shield. So we hit him with the Play Rough, and then they are going to hit us with this Hydro Cannon, so I am going to shield it up. But it's a Muddy Water. They baited us. So they baited us, you know, with Muddy Water instead of Hydro Cannon, but we're still able to take them out with the electric type. GG's, homie. Well played. And jumping into this next battle right here, we catch a Lantern on the lead, and this is no bueno for Chuck. This is no good for Froslass. We can go for the Shadow Ball, and if they shield it up, we could take a shield, but they let it go, bang, and it does a lot of damage. But that Lantern is so bulky, it's understandable why they try to nerf Spark. You know, they lowered the energy cost, but made it hit a little harder. And they're going to get to another Surf, and they take us out. So who do I bring in here? Actually bring in Dedenne, which, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what... I don't know. I don't know if it was a good call to bring in Lopunny or Dedenne. I mean, my backline is not very good up against Lantern anyway. So I think Dedenne was a good pick, I guess, because Lopunny doesn't have good charge moves to go up against it. So they bring in the Trevenant, and Lopunny is clapping its little bunny paws in the back because it can't wait to go up against it. And we actually get to a discharge before they take us out. My opponent got greedy. They probably thought they were going to be able to Shadow Claws down. So what I'm going to do is just bring in the Lopunny. And I still got 2 shields. I took both of their shields, I think. I think my opponent is now... No, they have 1. They got 1 shield. So I am going to start using my shields because we need to get that thing out of there because I think Lopunny has a good chance of sweeping. So I'm going to go for the triple axle if they want to use their shield. But they don't. They let it go and they have a Toxapex in the back. This is no bueno for Chug. We're going to lose. We're going to lose this battle because they're running, what is it, a double water team? And my team is not good up against this kind of opponent. So yeah, the algorithm definitely struck again. And yeah, my team is going to struggle up against a double water team, you know, because Lopunny doesn't have access to those kind of moves. Lopunny has ice and fire. Both are not good up against water. So they do take us out. GG's, homie. Well played. Alrighty, jumping into this next battle right here. We catch the GOAT. Speaking of the GOAT, a Alolan Marowak. So I'm thinking here, you know what? I think I'm going to let this go. It did feel like a bone club, so I let it go. And I'm going to go straight for the Shadow Ball. I am not going to bait the Avalanche. Bang. They did not shield. They probably thought I was going to bait with the Avalanche, but nope. I went straight for that. And they go for the Bone Club, and we still survive it. We actually survived the Bone Club. I don't know if they undercharged it or if we just survived it. I'm not sure. But they bring in the Togekiss, and we got Dedenne in the back to answer. And I think I swapped out Lopunny for Gardevoir again. Yeah, I got Gardevoir in the back now. I am running Gardevoir. I felt like Gardevoir performed a little bit better with this team just because of that magical leaf damage. Yeah. So we are going to hit him with this discharge right here. Go for that final flash. And we take out that Togekiss, and I'm tapping on Gardevoir. And they have a Swampert in the back. And this is just GG's. I still got a shield. I'm going to shield up my Gardevoir, my costume Gardevoir. And we're just going to Magical Leaf down. There is nothing they can do. We Magical Leaf him down. GG's, homie. Well played. Well played indeed. And jumping into this next battle, we catch a Scyther on the lead. So I have to immediately swap out, and I swap into Dedenne. And they're going to stay in. They are going to stay in because I'm pretty sure they're weak to Dedenne. Or that's probably why they're staying in. They go for the Aerial Ace, and I can let it go through because we resist flying. But they don't resist electric. And we're going to actually take both of their shields, which lets me know, you know what? Whatever they got in the back does not want to go up against Dedenne. So I let another one go through because I felt like, you know what? I think this is still pretty good. I probably should have shielded knowing that they are weak to Dedenne, but I let it go because I was like, you know what? If they are very weak, they're probably going to be weak to ice as well because we got Froslass in the back. And now I'm going to go for this Shadow Ball. I don't know if Avalanche is the call here. I think Shadow Ball is the better option. Bang! I think that Skarmory was also not fully charged. So that's why I did so much damage. But they bring in the Lopunny and then they back out. GG's, homie. Well played. Yeah, they took the Lopunny that I took off my team. Alrighty, jumping into this battle right here. We catch an Alolan Raichu on the lead. And I am leading Gardevoir now. So Gardevoir is on the lead. And they're going to go for this Thunder Punch. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know because Gardevoir is real squishy. And that Alolan Raichu is just going to outpace us. Because like I said, Magical Leaf is pretty good. But it's still lacking. It's still lacking in the energy gain area. I feel like if they bump it up a little bit, I feel like Magical Leaf could be a top tier fast move. Now they swap in Azu here. They swap in Azu up against my Dedenne. I'm not sure if they accidentally swapped into that. I'm going to assume that was an accidental swap. And I let this play rough go through. I should have shielded, but I don't know. I don't know if it even mattered because of how everything's going to go down. So we do take out the Azu, and there's the Venusaur. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was an accidental switch on their end. I'm pretty sure they were trying to bring in the Venusaur, but they accidentally brought in the Azu. And then we do get Avalanche, but I have to shield because Frenzy Plant from Venusaur just hurts too much. It probably would have just KO'd Froslass at this range. So I am gonna do my best, but they bring in the Alolan Raichu. Now, what could they hit us with? Is it another Thunder Punch? It is. But all they got to do now, like, the only way I could win is if I was able to Powder Snow down the Raichu and then get to the Frenzy Plant, or get to the Avalanche before my opponent got to the Frenzy Plant. That was my only win con. But they outpaced us. GG's, homie. Well played. And jumping into this meme battle right here. Check this battle out, guys. They brought in a Buizel. It got immediately deleted. And they're just running a triple water team. And there's... they brought in a Magikarp and I was like, oh, okay. I paused a little bit. I brought in Dedenne and was just like, you know, do you, bro? And last but not least, jumping into what I believe is the final battle. We are going up against a Charizard here, which is not very good. But we are going to stay in here because we do resist the Dragon Claws. Gardevoir is going to put in the work. And we're going to go with this triple Axle. And they let it go. Then they swap into their Alolan Ninetales. Now, I'm hoping I can get to a Synchronoise, which I do. Hoping they think I'm going for another triple Axle. We're going to charge up for this Kamehameha. Bang. And we actually take out the Ninetales with a Synchronoise. That is crazy. Synchronoise has been putting in the work with Gardevoir having access to Magical Leaf. And triple Axle, I feel like Synchronoise is actually viable now because of that. But like I'm saying, I still think Magical Leaf has room for improvement. I still feel like it needs maybe a little bit, maybe like another extra point of energy gain. So now my opponent does bring in that Serperior, and I go for this Avalanche. Do they want to shield it up or let it go? They shield it up because you know what? They have nothing else. They got nothing else down. Do I shield up my Froslass? I do. I shield up my Froslass and they bring in the Charizard, but I immediately swap into Dedenne. And we catch a friggin' Dragon Claw. Double Fairy Team, baby. And my opponent backs out. GG's, homie. Well played. Well played indeed. I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing if I saw another fairy come in and catch a dragon type move. But shout out to all my opponents that I went up against today in these battles. Shout out to all of my subscribers. Shout out to everybody who watches my videos. Thank you so much. This is my 100th video and we're coming close to my 1-year anniversary. I think sometime in December, but this is the last day of November. So thank you all so much. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you all in the next one, in the battlefield or in the ring. Ding, ding. Peace out, my fellow Pokemon trainers.